Hello, Deepa Rani Shekhar from Transform Life Programs, Love and Light. Friends, what is religion according to you? Religion, according to me, is like the underwear you wear. Yeah, it might seem blunt and blatant, but it is something very personal, like the underwear you wear. It is meant to be worn. That doesn't mean you got to show it to everybody. You don't exhibit your underwear, do you? No, right? So then why are we flaunting our religions everywhere? Basically, what was the purpose of religion? Religion was meant to be a moral code of conduct. And today we are making it like a watertight compartment and to fight or make the other religion less or up or down. How good is it to talk about someone else's underwear? You tell me. Only the wearer knows the comfort of their own underwear. Yeah, it might be a bad example, but the apt one. It drives home the point very quickly. So I'm okay with using that as an example. So religion came as a code of conduct, a moral conduct for people to follow. And tell me which religion promotes violence, which religion promotes harm to others. No religion says, prove me against the other religion. It is our own lack where we are not understanding the actual philosophy of the religion. Friends, being religious is different, being spiritual is different. What are you? Be aware of that. Religion should actually help you move ahead. It should bind you as a whole, as a community, amongst all communities. It should not split you. It should not make us fight against each other, be it verbally, be it through WhatsApp messages or anything. It is something which is my integrity, which kind of gives me a benchmark to lead my life with. Nothing more, nothing less. Yeah, and they did involve certain ritualism to make the common man understand certain things. But today, if you go a little deeper, you will get to know why certain rituals came up. And you cannot compare one religion with the other because they all rose according to the geographic availabilities, necessities, and the way they progressed. There have been quite a few messages and quite a few people saying that, okay, yes, I am a Hindu and I'm proud to be one because I'm born into that religion. That doesn't mean I look down upon any other religion. So that's a disclaimer. Just because I said I'm proud to be a Hindu, that doesn't mean that I look down upon any other religion. So that's a disclaimer. Clear? So now that I've got that disclaimer in place, let me tell you, there have been this message which has been doing the rounds. Hinduism is a way of life because you wash your feet before entering and all that. See, certain things are defunct now. Tell me how many of us can have that pleasure of washing our feet before coming inside. With the apartments in place, with the kind of houses we have constructed, we have no provision to wash our feet and enter. We enter and then if we choose to, we wash our feet. And this washing feet was more relevant at a time when people walked barefoot on roads that did not have concrete or the tar. Today we all have a footwear. Yeah, it makes sense to leave the footwear outside. It doesn't mean you got to follow something which has not the same relevance anymore. Yeah, talking is different. Can you incorporate it in your life today? And yeah, religion was great as long as it was meant to be a moral code of conduct. As long as the philosophy was to reach God through a certain set of steps. But then the institutions which ruled the religion, which dealt with the religion, they wanted power and control over the common masses and they manipulated it. Basically, friends, I'm sure all of you would agree with me on this. Basically, tell me one religion which says kill other people, speak ill about other people. I don't think any religion would do that. Every religion says reach God. Every religion speaks of universal brotherhood. Every religion speaks of love. Every religion speaks of cleanliness. Again, the standards of cleanliness might vary from geographical region to geographical region. So every religion has its own way of doing it. So when there is a chance to speak, let us not try to prove a point of being superior or inferior. And now we are going through the most difficult times of crisis. What is this crisis telling to teach us? Get back to your roots. Get back to that sense of universal brotherhood. Be united. Respect nature. Respect all that the Almighty has blessed you with. Be in gratitude. Do your duty. Have your integrity. Follow simplicity. Go into honesty. Is that asking for too much? Do not go into the greed of exploiting nature so much and disturbing the ecological balance. We have left all that aside and we are going around saying this religion is greater, that religion is not greater. Should there not be one common rule governing everybody across the globe, that universal tolerance, love and respect for each other, and religion should be a way to reach God, and again not through ritual. Trust me, if you connect from here, you don't need a religion at all. You connect from here, you don't need a ritual at all. You can straight away connect, and when you pray, you talk to God. When you meditate, God listens to you. Tell me which is greater. Which is greater? God talks to you and listens to you in your meditation. In prayer, you're going on telling, in ritualism, you're going on doing, you're not sure whether God heard you or not. So, which is greater? So, please be on the lines of universal brotherhood, love and respect for being your own self and connecting to your higher self, for reaching God. God does not ask you to kill somebody and reach Him, or harm or disrespect somebody and reach Him. So, can we be aware of this, friends? This is a very simple thing. Like I told you in the beginning, religion is like an underwear. You don't have to show it. Okay? So, let us be mindful of that and treat religion with respect and love for our own religion and tolerance for all other religions. Thank you for joining me. Deepa Rani Shekhar, Transform Life Programs, Love and Light.